First, pick up the stitches, the 24 stitches held with contrasting yarn on the back of the Glommit. Cast on 24 stitches onto one needle, then divide them into 12 stitches, each on 2 needles. Since we're working on the left hand, make sure your tail end is on the right side nearest the thumb. The stitches will be tight, so you may have to work them loose. Begin by inserting a third needle into the first stitch to the far right. Use the yarn from the tail end of the cast-on stitches to perform your knit 2, purl 2 pattern ribbing at the same time you pick up the stitches. I've just completed my first 12 picked up stitches and am on the second needle continuing the knit 2 purl 2 pattern. This looks tricky, but once you remember you have knit 2 purl 2 on the pickup stitches, you will continue with the 24 cast-on stitches in the same pattern. I knit the first cast-on stitch onto the same needle I've been working with the 12 pickup stitches. I then insert a fifth needle, a new needle, into the second cast-on stitch. I find that this anchors the corner stitches and prevents larger gaps, and on the second row I will put both stitches next to each other on the same needle. Make sure to attach a piece of contrasting yarn for easy reference for knit 2 purl 2 for the next 17 rows. In row 5, I'm knitting 4 and then knitting 2 together. Cut your tail so it is long enough to weave in with plenty of yarn to spare. With the tail of your yarn in the tapestry needle, go through each stitch like you would when picking up stitches. Pick up the 8 on one needle and then pick up the other 8 stitches on the second needle. If your stitches are close but not exact to mine in count, don't worry about it. You may have altered yours and that's fine. Just make sure your 2 needles have an even amount or close to it in stitch count. Pull the yarn through with the tapestry needle and cinch it snug. There's no need to knot it in knitting before you weave because the weave is enough. I'm weaving back and forth until I can find a pattern that looks like a horseshoe on the purl side. Then I will follow that pattern all the way through to the end of the weave, cutting the yarn about 1/4 of an inch in length.